Alright guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about how Isaiah Thomas did in his first game as a Cleveland Cavalier and why he is the perfect fit for this Cavs team right now.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright, so as we have all anticipated for the last 7 months, Mr. Juicebox, I think that's what I'm going to start calling him now, PB&J and then Juicebox, or that milk thing, whatever, his thing with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. All that aside, he was expected to play 8 to 12 minutes against the Blazers and no back-to-backs. And he was expected to come back right around that Christmas mark. So Isaiah Thomas, a little later than expected, but it's not too bad. A week is not bad at all. So his return tonight, I believe, was perfect. And the fact that he's not forced to return back to his team that he played against or that he was on and that he would have to play against tomorrow. Now, in this first game, like I'll get to, he was huge. But with the Boston game, they're going to be coming back to play Boston that mid-February too, so they have that to look forward to with Isaiah Thomas. So don't rush him back now and put his first game in the hands or his second game in those hands. So they decided, along with that there would be no tribute videos. So they don't want to compare. I don't think wants to compare himself to Kyrie yet because he's not that 100% mark just yet. But without further ado, we discuss his first game back. And he had 17 points, 3 assists in 19 minutes. This included an and one, an elbow shot, 3 threes, as he was 6 of 12 from the floor. Now, as we think back to what he was last year, look at some of his numbers. I mean, this guy was insane. 29 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists last year. And he averaged right around that 33 minutes per game mark. But in his whole career, he only averages around 30 minutes per game for his whole career, which is very, very small. I know it was a little bit lower in his first couple careers and amped up in these last couple years, but that's not too much for a big superstar. And he shoots that 38% behind the 3-point line. And last season, he actually had the highest true shooting percentage among all point guards in the NBA last year, which is huge. And let's not forget about his team last year. They weren't filled with bums. They were good players, but they weren't great players. With his team this year, such as LeBron James, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, and Kyle Korver, and Dwayne Wade, they got guys who are very good, and they will fit in perfectly fine. Last year he was surrounded by Avery Bradley, Jay Crowder, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and those are good players, but they aren't great players. And the veterans on this Cavs team, I think he's going to fit great with them. Their limited practice time that I heard about with the Cavs, I think that's going to be huge for IT, helping him in his return. But he is going to be stellar, as we just saw a glimpse of what he can do in this game. So IT, not only can he get technical fouls, on offense or defense, but he can also create on offense. And people know him as one of the best pick and roll players in the league. And he's good off the ball too. He's going to have to be good with LeBron James and how well LeBron can create his own shot. But since everybody wants to compare him to Kyrie Irving, I will compare him to Kyrie Irving right now as this instance. So everybody wants to say IT needs the ball in his hands. There's only one ball to go around. Everybody throws that thing around. But they got to realize that Kyrie did this with LeBron last year. And IT can fit in seamlessly with LeBron because LeBron is willing to pass. LeBron's willing to give the keys over to the offense at a certain point in the game if he needs to. He'll make that sacrifice for the team as long as they get the win and as long as he thinks that it's the correct thing to do at the point in the game. And knowing Isaiah Thomas's confidence, I don't think that's a problem for him or anybody that even believes in him. But in addition to that, last year, Isaiah Thomas had a 33 usage rate, followed by LeBron and Kyrie, which both had 30s, showing that IT might have to take a few or less touches, but he is still willing to delegate. And IT had a better player efficiency rating than Kyrie. He was 7th in the league last year, as Kyrie was 23rd, just showing even more that IT is a great fit for this team because nothing gets better than a more efficient player. And finally, you have to think about some of the question marks that IT had. Kyrie wasn't the greatest defensive player, but Isaiah Thomas is also kind of in that little area. So you got to worry about with the Cavs is they have a very low defensive efficiency right now. So it's going to be tough for them to kind of bring that up and with Isaiah Thomas playing bulk of the minutes. And kind of stemming off that, you got to think about how they're going to improve the pick and roll defense because Isaiah Thomas is not 100% healthy just yet, and he has to try and recover and play as best as he can with what he's got. And he's almost at that 100% mark, but obviously he's not going to be that 100% mark right now. Give him about a month or so, and we will start seeing the Isaiah Thomas who is averaging 30 points per game and who might have got brushed off for this MVP last year because I know Russell Westbrook had a great season. I know James Harden had a great season, but I feel like people did not give Isaiah Thomas the credit that he deserved amidst all of his amazing stats that he did. And if there's one person that I think can actually do this, it is Isaiah Thomas and how much he has conquered, not only within this last year, but his whole life, being that underdog, having that chip on his shoulder. He is going to be the guy that is going to help this team get to this next championship. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you guys give this video a like. Make sure you guys are subscribing, tell your friends, and make sure you guys are staying in the comments. Let me know what I need to improve on, everything like that. Other than that, you guys have a great day and watch some basketball tonight.
Gucci gang, ooh,
That's it right there, T-Nell.
Lil Pump, yeah, Gucci gang.